I want to come to you because we've had a number of South African presidents, and a number of them have left under difficult circumstances. President Cyril Ramaphosa is very well liked, so it's naturally a time of turmoil for South Africans.
Certainly, Annalie, and we haven't had a rosy relationship at all with our presidents in democratic South Africa. In fact, we've been dumped twice by sitting president in democratic South Africa. The most recent one, of course, happening on Valentine's Day. Former President Jacob Zuma resigning back in 2018 on the 14th of February. A decade before that was former President Thabo Mbeki resigning on the 24th of September 2008. In fact, we've only had one sitting president that actually finished the full tenure. Former statesman Nelson Mandela completing his tenure in 1999. We've had a caretaker president, Kgalema Motlanthe, taking over the reins when former President Thabo Mbeki dumped us, I think, for about 8 months. So I've had a number of conversations at the seat of power, the union buildings, with some of the political analysts who suggest that, in fact, this is not us. It's a problem of the African National Congress. You do know that the presidents have to actually adhere to what the ANC says. Hence, they've been recalled twice. Former President Jacob Zuma as well as former President Thabo Mbeki. They weren't willing participants. Even former President Jacob Zuma mentioning that this is a decision that he doesn't want to take, but has to abide by the party as a disciplined cadre of the party. In fact, these are some of the conversations that I've been having throughout the day, just in this insert that I've put together. The last time South Africa was able to bid a fond farewell to a president was when Nelson Mandela's term ended in 1999. Since then, South Africans haven't enjoyed the bright future they'd hoped for with the presidents of our democratic age. Two of them have been shown the door before their term in office came to a natural end. The more recent breakup is former President Jacob Zuma's Valentine's Day resignation in 2018. Political analyst Matlala Sehlalogile says Zuma's numerous corruption battles were at the heart of his recalling by the ANC.
It first started with eNCA when there was undue benefit to him and the family. You'd remember the Public Protector's report, Secure and Comfort. Ultimately, I think when the state capture revelations came out, it became too much for the ANC to bear.
But analyst Professor Lesiba Tefo thinks there's a deeper reasoning. He reminds us that the ANC had defended Zuma against 8 separate motions of no confidence.
Human beings across the globe, across the color line, tend to follow power wherever it goes. Only when Ramaphosa won the election to be and became ANC president, people realized that Zuma no longer has power, right? He no longer had venom, and then they ditched him. They drifted towards where power was going.
Another memorable breakup was former President Thabo Mbeki's resignation on the 24th of September 2008. The move followed the election of Zuma as party president at the 2007 elective conference.
What sunk President Mbeki was a court judgment that was later overturned. The intimations in that court judgment by Judge Chris Nicholson was that former President Mbeki had abused his powers and influenced state institutions.
Mbeki would not have been recalled, and he was not recalled by the ANC, by the way. He was recalled by 4 people. Of the 4 people in the ANC who recalled him, 3 of them apologized.
What was the reason?
One of them was there. One of them was here. And I was here when he apologized. One of them apologized to him in the University Hall at the University of South Africa, UNISA.
Now, as President Cyril Ramaphosa's future hangs in the balance, Tefo believes the trend could continue, especially while the president's loyalties are vested in the future of the party instead of its citizens.
They are not our president. They are the president of the organizations elected by the organization on behalf of the people. When are the people of South Africa going to elect their own leaders? Until and unless we deal with that, come another 5 or 20 years, we'll still be firing or a president being removed by the factions that are powerful for the day.
Aviwe Mtila, Pretoria.